I recently got stopped for speeding. And the officer asked me why I was going so fast, and I said, look at me. Look at me. You got my driver's license. I'm old. I'm trying to get there before I forget where I'm going. I got off a warning ticket. Of course, I had to blow him. That's you hate when that happens. You know what I hated about it? You know what I hated about it? When I was finished, I forgot where I was going. Those kind of things happen to me all the time. So now, you're going to get the feeling, Jared. I am old. My wife and I have Social Security sex once a month, but you can't live on it. Now I go out to the airports just for the pat down. Whoa. And I'm just ethnic enough looking, I can get a really good pat down. That's right. Really good. I guess I'm going to have to wash my car. I went out in the parking lot. Somebody had written on the back of it, I wish my girlfriend was this dirty. So you know what I did? I crossed through the word was and wrote the word were on there. Can't be driving around with bad grammar on my car. Just because some smartass doesn't know his subjunctive. I run into smartasses all the time. Like for last Christmas, a guy gave me gift certificates for BJ's. Turns out to be a restaurant.
That's pretty good.
Turns out to be a restaurant. Yeah. Even my doctor was a smartass. When we had this big ice storm, and I was out on the corner of my house, a big chunk of ice fell out on my foot. I went inside, took my shoe off, my foot started swelling up. I called the doctor. You know what he told me? Put ice on. You run into them all the time. Even in the boardrooms of some of our biggest corporations, there are smartasses. I don't approve it to you. How else do you explain that the world's tiniest written instructions are on the side of the Visine bottle? And then they brought out, here's the deal. Then Visine brought out Visine for sensitive eyes. Like, who in the heck doesn't have, one of those macho guys going into the pharmacy. Mr. Pharmacist, I'd like to have some of that jalapeno eye drops there. Give me any of that sissy, sensitive eye stuff. Yeah. I'll tell you some more about me. I was recently invited to try out to be a host on Girls Gone Wild. Girls Gone Wild Retirement Villages. Blue-haired babes and their wild Winnebagos. Gertrude and Margaret just got to get something off their chest and onto their tummies. Did y'all hear about this 83-year-old great-grandmother who got a boob job, California? 83-year-old great-grandmother with a boob job. And she had like 14 great-grandchildren, 12 great-grandchildren, 12 grandchildren, and 6 children. And she didn't tell any of them. She got it, she paid for it herself, $8,000, paid for it herself. And because Medicare doesn't have a double D plan. That's, she was the talk of the rest of them. Did you hear about Marie? She she came home from the hospital with a perfect pair of twins. No, she hadn't named them yet, but they're sitting up already. Yeah. More and more that's happening. You know, cougars are getting this big deal. And in fact, Victoria's Secret has got a bra for the reconstructed cougar. But instead of leopard, it has liver spots. Want another boob joke? If you want, it's okay. Okay, another boob joke. Janet Jackson's nipple is still in court from the 2004 Super Bowl. It's still been argued about, talked about, still been in court. You know, up to now. I think they just recently settled it. But, you know, do you guys remember that deal? Do you remember the halftime show of the 2004 Super Bowl? I mean, it was a traumatic experience. You know, my granddaughter still can't drink chocolate milk. It's Jared, this is what you got to look forward to. I mean, I don't even know any rodeo cowboys that have any cartilage, you know, over the age of 50 with any cartilage in the back. But that, you know, this is just an observation. Yeah. But, you know, people ask me how old I am, and I tell them, when I was born, FDR was president. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And if I happen to mention that to someone who's older than I am, they always say the same thing. They say, you know, they're not making presidents like FDR anymore. And I say, sure. They cured polio. Cured polio. Oh, my. That one kills them in the nursing home. It does, doesn't it? And then you got to stop the show, you know. Oh, you killed Charlie. Charlie Rock, you know. You're married, one is there, bottle is 3/4 full, yeah. I do some gigs in a nursing home, I do. Anytime I work in a nursing home, I always wear this stupid shirt. That way, if my jokes aren't going over so well, I can always bend over, let them play checkers. Feels kind of good when they jump, you know, not so great when they start sticking their gum in your belly button, but it's, yeah. My dog is crazy. Found him out in the garden, humping on a cantaloupe. Now we have a melancholy baby. So I was having sex with my dog. Watching us, watching us from the foot of our bed. He didn't let me finish the sentence. He was critiquing our style, yeah. He thinks he's hot stuff because he does it people style. That's my dog.